He looked like someone's grandfather. Church-going, family man, Scoutmaster, Sunday school teacher, a respected member of a wealthy Kansas City suburb. While millions of Americans were just discovering something called the internet, he had already found a use for it. Long before Tinder, long before Craigslist, he was already in chat rooms, hunting for vulnerable women, under the guise of jobs, love, or power exchange. Chemical drums on his property would eventually reveal multiple bodies, leading to Kansas's longest criminal trial and a death sentence. He is known today as the internet's first serial killer. You're listening to MirkCast, where darkness speaks. John Edward Robinson was not a monster who lived under a bridge. He was a monster who lived in the suburbs, served on community boards, and dialed into the internet, just like millions of other Americans. He presented himself as an upstanding member of his Pleasant Valley Farms community, a wealthy suburb of Kansas City. He was married, the father of 4 children. He volunteered as a Scoutmaster, a t-ball and volleyball coach, and a Sunday school teacher. But behind closed doors, he frequently cheated on his wife and beat her, and he starved his pet dog and horses. And his criminal record stretched back decades. In 1969, he was arrested for embezzling $33,000 from a medical practice, where he worked using forged credentials. He was given probation, time after time. When he got caught, he was just given probation and ordered to pay restitution. The toughest sentence he ever received was 60 days in jail. A trail of fraud, forgery, embezzlement, spanning 2 decades, and nobody ever connected the dots. Then, 1984 marked his turn toward violence. In 1984, Robinson murdered his first known victim, Paula Godfrey, a 19-year-old woman he had hired to work as a sales representative for a shell company he'd set up. He sent letters bearing her signature to her family, claiming she was still alive. The investigation into her disappearance was dropped. In early 1985, Robinson met Lisa Stassi, a 19-year-old mother, and her newborn baby Tiffany through a Kansas City hospital. She had recently separated from her husband. Robinson offered her a job and help finding a home. Shortly after, Robinson murdered her. Her infant daughter was physically unharmed. Here is what he did next. He contacted his own brother and sister-in-law, who had been unable to have a child of their own, and told them he could help them adopt a baby. He claimed Tiffany's mother had killed herself. He charged them thousands of dollars in fake adoption fees. They didn't find out the truth about Lisa Stassi's death until Tiffany was in her teens. A baby raised by her own murderer's family for over a decade without anyone knowing. By the late 1990s, Robinson had moved his hunting ground online. He was lurking in BDSM chat rooms, hunting for vulnerable women. He used the screen name Slavemaster to let women know he was interested in a submissive partner. In 1994, through an online chat room, Robinson met Sheila Faith, a 45-year-old mother, and offered her a job and medical care for her 15-year-old daughter Debbie, who had spina bifida and used a wheelchair. Shortly after the mother and daughter arrived in Missouri, they were murdered Their friends and family didn't know what had happened to them for years. In 1997, Robinson met 19-year-old Polish immigrant Izabela Lewicka through a BDSM chat room and convinced her to move from Indiana to Kansas City to become his slave. He continued to use his victims' identities online, sending emails to their families to cover his tracks, cashing their checks, their alimony payments, for years, with minimal interference from their desperate families and frustrated investigators. He wasn't hiding from the digital age. He was using it better than anyone investigating him even understood was possible. Not every woman Robinson targeted died. Alicia Cox, a strong, independent woman, was nearly killed by Robinson after she woke him up the morning she was supposed to die. Around 1999, 2 women went to police with reports of sexual battery against Robinson. They told similar stories, lured by promises of well-paying jobs and international travel through BDSM chat rooms. Instead, when they arrived, he sexually assaulted them. One of those reports included the theft of sex toys. That theft charge gave police probable cause to finally search Robinson's property. A theft charge, not a murder charge. That is what finally cracked the case open after 16 years. On June 2nd, 2000, 9 police vehicles arrived at Robinson's residence to arrest him for sexual assault. They also had search warrants for a storage unit he rented and his family farm in Lacenia, Missouri. What they found at the farm: chemical drums containing the remains of multiple women. At the storage locker, investigators cut the padlock, raised the door, and found 3 more barrels. Inside, social security cards, driver's licenses, and signed slave contracts belonging to women whose names investigators had never even heard before. 8 women, spanning more than 15 years, hidden behind a respectable suburban life, a screen name, and the early trust people placed in a brand new technology nobody yet knew how to be afraid of. In 2003, Robinson was found guilty and received the death penalty for 3 murders in Kansas. 2 years later, as part of a plea deal, he admitted responsibility in 5 other murders in Missouri, receiving multiple life sentences without parole. Paula Godfrey, Lisa Stasi, Catherine Clampett, Beverly Bonner, Sheila Faith, Debbie Faith, Izabela Lewicka, Suzette Truton. He proved that the screen is not a barrier. It is a window. Through that window, he reached out and pulled women into a darkness from which they never return. He remains on death row in Kansas to this day. This has been MirkCast, where darkness speaks. New stories drop every week. Don't watch alone.